The episode kicks off in space where we follow a frigate piloted by a group of Quarren. Their sensors indicate an incoming Imperial vessel, and the captain orders her crew to hail what they believe is the Empire, after she asks if they can be destroyed, to which the crew confirms that they are too heavily fortified. To their surprise, it is not the Empire on the Imperial vessel, and instead Mandalorians. The same Mandalorians we saw with Bo-Katan last season, with the addition of a few more. They are simply there to collect their bounty, which happens to be a member of the Mon Calamari species, a species native to the same planet as the Quarren, which, as you probably know, is Mon Cala. The captain of the Quarren ship and the Mon Calamari seem to be in love with one another, but regardless, the Mon Calamari is taken, and the scene transitions to Din Djarin and Bo-Katan arriving on the planet of Plazir 15. After what we can assume was them tracking the Mandalorians we saw at the start, they plan on finding said Mandalorians and recruiting them for their mission to retake Mandalore. However, they are unable to do so after they lose manual control of their ship, and they are led to the gates of the palace. They are greeted by ex-Imperial droids and board a Hyperloop pod that takes them through a tube leading to the palace itself. It is here where they are introduced to the Lord and Lady of the planet, the Lord being played by Jack Black himself, who was apparently ex-Imperial, and the Lady being played by Lizzo, and they join a feast that was already in progress. Before they can be taken to where they need to be, that being in the presence of the Mandalorians they are seeking, these Mandalorians happen to actually be protecting Plazir 15, they must first do the Duchess and her husband a favor. This favor being to solve a malfunction issue that they are having with some of their reprogrammed separatist battle droids that are supposed to act as security and support. Overall, the episode really reminds me of a Clone Wars episode, not just because of the battle droids, but also because of the comical essence of most of the episode. That said, the two leave Grogu in the care of the Duchess and embark on a detective mission of sorts to discover the root of the conflict, and they begin by heading to the Chief of Security and Protocol for the droids, who is played by Christopher Lloyd. Now, before we get to that, something I quickly want to mention is that Jack Black's character tells Bo-Katan that after they succeed in completing the favor, they will also, on behalf of Plazir 15, discuss a deal with the New Republic to recognize Mandalore as its own planet and government in the new age of the galaxy. Back to the mission, the Chief of Security shares footage of a few of the droids malfunctioning, and with that, Din and Bo head to the source of the reprogramming, a group of Ugnaughts. Because of Mando's friendship with the late Quill and Ugnaught himself, Din knew how to negotiate with them, and they would eventually provide Din and Bo with a list of the locations of the malfunctioning droids. He also adds the I have spoken thing from season 1, which I'm a fan of. Anyhow, they exit the lower levels and head to the loading docks where we see a battalion of B2 battle droids and a singular B1 battle droid in control of the manifest perhaps. Regardless, Din kicks a few of the B2s until one of them finally reveals that it is one of the malfunctioning units and it attempts to flee, but it is stopped short by the two Mandalorians. They discover a spark pad with the name The Resistor printed on it and an address leading to a droid bar. Once they arrive, they begin speaking with the bartender droid and soon discover that some of the Nepenthe, the only thing served to the droids at the bar, has been tampered with in some way, and that all of the malfunctioning droids shared the same batch of it. They leave the bar and head to what looks like a droid morgue, and with the help of the lab tech working there, they analyze the malfunctioning B2 they took down earlier. It is here where they use a centrifuge of sorts and discover nanodroids in the programming subparticles being used to some effect in the malfunctioning units, likely inserted in the batch of Nepenthe. In a shocking series of events, they unearth who is responsible for the outbreak, that being Christopher Lloyd's character, Commissioner Helgate, who we had seen at the start. He is arrested and exiled after claiming Count Dooku was a visionary, and Bo-Katan and Din Djarin are granted with the key to Plazir 15. The episode ends with a duel between Bo-Katan and a fellow Mandalorian and Axwos, where Bo-Katan is victorious and reclaims control over the Mandalorian fleet her and Din had been waiting to confront all episode. But that's not all, as Din Djarin gifts Bo-Katan Kryze with the Darksaber, claiming that she had defeated the creature who defeated him in episode 2, and therefore Bo was the rightful owner of the blade. Overall, this episode had some cool cameos, and the ending progressed the overall plot just a little, but I just found the episode to be slightly lackluster. But that's just me. Regardless, we have 2 more episodes remaining in the season, and I have a good feeling about it. Anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great day. See ya.